Self-harm is one of the most misunderstood, complex things that a person with mental illness or struggling with mental illness can find themselves going through. I should know. I used to self-harm on and off for a couple of years. And my hope is that with this video, with this series, that people who currently find themselves self-harming will be able to take the words of me, somebody who used to self-harm, and be able to find something useful in my words. My name is Matthew Gonzalez, and welcome to How to Quit Self-Harm. Welcome to the part of the episode where I give you a little tip about how to quit self-harm, alright? Pay close attention to all of these tips I give you in the coming weeks. I want you to use them together to build off one another, to build the foundation that helps you get off of self-harming. I hope you catch my drift on that. Now, the first ever tip I'm going to give you is to break the habit or habits that lead to self-harming. See, self-harming thrives in a repetitive, habitual environment. Self-harm usually occurs with a lot of us in the exact same place during the exact same moments. For me personally, it was always in my bathroom. So, when I was working on quitting this, what I would do is whenever I would find the urge to self-harm, what I would do is I would avoid my bathroom like the plague. I would use another bathroom in the house. Just stay as far away from my bathroom as I personally could. So, I want you to do the same. Where do you guys normally find yourself self-harming? What room in your house is usually it? If you find yourself having the urge to self-harm, what I want you to do is to steer clear of that room. Make sure you're not in there, or at least not by yourself, or if you are, keep the door open or something like that. Make sure, do something that's gonna put a pin in that self-harming mindset you currently have. Do something that's going to prevent you from self-harming. Bottom line, break the habit, stay away from where you would normally self-harm. Hey, welcome to the part of the episode where I give you an alternative to self-harming. An alternative that doesn't hurt you physically or cause long-lasting problems such as cutting, burning, or scratching might. So for the first ever alternative to self-harm I'm going to give you, what I want you to do is to take an ice cube, something that's easy to find in most places. You could freeze an ice cube tray, you could get it from your drink at a local fast food place or anything like that. Bottom line, it's very easy to achieve and find. And I want you to rub it over the area with which you have the urge to self-harm. Now, might not necessarily be the same feeling at first, but think about it. This is not a pleasant feeling doing this to my skin. It's cold as hell, especially right now. It's like 20 degrees as I film this. So by doing that, you are giving yourself an unpleasant feeling, but not one that's going to hurt you like getting into your body would or leave long-lasting scarring. Catch my drift? So try using an ice cube. Now, be patient with this feeling, because a lot of these things, they might not necessarily work at first, but can work after a while. Alright, welcome to the final segment of this episode, something good in the world. Basically, if you've seen any of my previous videos, if you know what a reason to smile is, the thing I post in the link in the description of all my daily mental health tip videos, it's essentially the same thing. Something good in the world is something for all of you out there struggling, something to put a smile on your face and show you that it can be done, that the world is a much more beautiful, kind-hearted place than we often see it depicted as or experience it depicted as in our day-to-day lives. So the first ever something good in the world I want you guys to think about for this is to think about all the recovery stories that people have had from self-harm. There are people who have injured themselves thousands upon thousands of times, hundreds to thousands of times, and still managed to recover. So, I have a little homework for you guys. What I want you to do is once you're done watching this, go look up self-harm recovery stories. Go look at all the trials and tribulations these people found themselves going through, and then ask yourself, what separates them from you? What's different? Now, before you say you're impossible to get better or you don't want to get better, consider this. When I was self-harming, did I think I had a chance to get better? No. Did I think I was good enough to? No. Did I think I wanted or even deserved to get better? No. And these are some things that you have to separate away from your mind. Separate the fact from fiction. And these negative thoughts you have about yourself and your chances of recovery are just that. They're fiction. So, go and check out a few of them, alright? I have a positive little quote for you in the link in the description below. Last thing before I go, though, in the link in the description below, since I'm talking about it, I have included 2 special resources that I hope you can use, and that is the Crisis Text Line and Safe Alternatives. Each of them have their own merits, but for right now, I'm going to be talking about the Crisis Text Line a little bit. Now, I know a lot of us have these preconceived ideas of what happens when we call or text the crisis line, but I've included an article in the link in the description below, written by a mental health blogger, that sums it up perfectly, and the special anonymity that those things grant you. Might not seem like it with all the stereotypes going around it, but just read the article and consider reaching out for help, alright? I'm not forcing you, I'm just asking you. I want you to get better, and I know deep down you want to get better too. Thank you guys so much for watching the first ever episode of How to Quit Self-Harm. This is going to be a weekly series I'm doing that's going to be uploaded by noon every single Friday. I really, really, really hope you got something special or useful from my words today. I really hope you get better. I know you can get better. I believe in you. My name is Matthew Gonzalez, and remember, there's always a reason to smile.